So we're back again guys for another demo video uploaded to my channel. And in class activity 1, hands-on, problem solving using Python. A given set of problem solving given by our teacher. So from this activity, we're gonna solve each problem using set of equation and the given problem. So let's start with problem number 1. This program calculates the smallest number of coins that can represent $1.56 using quarters, dime, nickels, and pennies. If all coins must be represented. So from this given set of codes that are provided based on the problem, so we're gonna import from math import asterisk so that we can have the value of each coin. So the amount equals to $1.56 or $1.56. We're gonna find out how many coins in this amount of dollar given by the user. So the equation for $1 equals to int amount here. So if we're gonna find out how many quarters in this given amount, so we're gonna do is amount minus dollar over or divide 25 cents or 0.25. So that's the quarter for the set of codes. So dime naman is equal to int amount minus dollar, same lang here, but we're gonna minus with quarters. Dimes are smaller than quarters in amount, equals to 0.10 or 10 cents. Cents, that's odd peso, we're using USD currency, so that is equal to dimes. So over divide that by dimes, the amount of the value of quarters is 25 quarters. So we're gonna have an amount, so we're gonna see if it will run shortly after I've explained nickels. So nickels equal to initiate, same lang here, but minus naman with dimes. Previously we're minusing quarters. Isabay ito naman with dimes, equal to 0.05. So pennies naman is equal to 0.01. So let's divide one here. So that's the value of each quarter, dime, nickels, and pennies. So below is the totaling of the coins. So total equals to dollars plus quarters plus dimes plus nickels plus pennies. So this is the print output display as a result. So print the minimum number of coins in dollars amount is total. So we need station here and parenthesis. So print the coin counts respectively are print dollars, quarter, dime, nickels, and pennies to print the specific number of coins from this given value up here, given by the user. So let's try to run. So the minimum number of coins in $1.56 is 5 coins. This given amount. So the coin counts respectively are dollar. We have $1, 2 quarters, 0 dimes, nickel is 1, pennies is 1. So we have 5 coins in $1.56. So moving on to the second problem. This program calculates the volume of a sphere if the surface area of a spherical tank is 200 square meter. So same as before, from math import asterisk, so that we could input the value in the given module provided by Colab. We're gonna have R is for radius equals to float input and radius, so that we could input this amount, the value of square meter, the surface area of the spherical tank, which is 2000 square meter. So the volume is equal to 4 times 22 times radius squared over 3 times 7. So we're gonna print the volume is round volume 2. So let's try to run this code. So let's enter the radius of the spherical tank, which is 2000 square meter. Enter. So the volume is it's quite large, it's quite huge, but I have a written set of solutions here, which is volume ang formula ng volume is 4 over 3 pi r squared. So that's the volume of 2000 square meters spherical tank. So the third problem is this program calculates the right circular cone of radius of 5 meters and a height of 6 meters. So import math. Radius equals to float input is inputted by the user here to be guided. This given set of values, which is meters and radius and height. Here, calculate length of a side. 1 equals to math.sqrt, radius times radius plus height times height. So calculate surface area SA equals to math.pi asterisk or times radius plus 1. Volume naman is volume equals to 1.0 over 3 math.pi times radius times height. So it's a value print. So let's try run the code. So let's enter the radius of the cone, which is 5 meters, and height is 6 meters. So here is the output, which is length of a sides length of a cone, which is equal to 7.81, and has a surface area of a cone, which is equal to 201.22. And the volume of a cone equals to 157.08 meters squared. Yeah, meters squared. And the lateral surface area of a cone is equal to 122.68. So moving on, problem number 4, which is find the volume in cubic meters of an open top box having a dimension of 200 cm by 300 cm by 50 cm. So we're gonna find the cube or of a rectangle, which is the formula is A times B times C, which is 200 times 300 times 50, which I have inputted here, and volume. That's the formula. So this is to guide by the user to input the value. So let's run the code, which is 3 million centimeters squared, or I have converted it into meters cube, which is 3 meters cube. So that we can simplify this answer with 3 meter cube or 3 million centimeter cube. So moving on to problem number 5, is that a car accelerated from rest and reached the top speed of 120 miles per hour in 10 seconds. Solve acceleration of a car in kilometer per hour squared. So with the given in this equation is that we don't know the initial velocity from rest, which is equal to 0, and reach its final velocity, which equals to 120 miles per hour. So time it took is 10 seconds here. So the formula for acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So let's run the code, which is 12 kilometers per hour squared. So moving on, problem number 6, a body is dropped from the building and reached the ground in 8 seconds. What is the height of the building? What is the velocity of the body as it hits the ground? So excuse me, from the given here, we're gonna find the height of the building first, and what is the velocity if the body hits the ground. So the value for gravity is 9.8 meters per second standard, and the height, which it's hard to find for the set of codes equal to the height. Find for the height. So I'll just explain to you how did I get the height. So height equals to float, like from which the object is dropped. Let me see from my piece of paper here. So our height is 1/2 times 9.8 meters per second squared times the time, which is 8 squared. So our height is 313.6 meters. So we need to find the initial or the final velocity of this problem. So let's try to run. Our height is 313.6 meters. So the object will hit the ground at 78.40 meters per second. So as you can see, it's little bit explained. So I don't know how to input the height of the building in Python, but I have a set of solutions here for problem 6, which I have written in a notepad. That's why I explained to you all how did I get 313.6. We follow the formula, which is formula for height of a free falling object at a vertical free fall, which is 1/2 value of gravity is 9.8 meters per second squared times time it took, which is 8 seconds squared. So we get 313.6. So this is our final answer. The object will hit the ground at a velocity of 78.40 meters per second, the body it took to hit the ground. So So moving forward to the next problem, which is problem number 8. Find the limit of a given equation. So let's import asterisk from the module in Colab. So x equals the symbol. Let's represent x, the value. So our given is f of x equals to x squared minus 25 over x minus 5 if the limit of x approaches to 5. So let's run this code to see the equation. So this is our given equation, given problem. So limit of x approaches to positive 5. So let's find the limit if x approaches to 5. So let's run this, which is 10. So from the challenge problem, which I hopefully completed correctly. So the challenge problem is find the equation y equals to mx plus b of a line passing 2 points a, which are minus -2, 0, and b, which is 3 and 6. So our code is from skip scipy dot stat import line regress equals a equals to. So we're gonna find for the line slope intercept of a given 2 points. So a equals to -2 and 0, which this is x1 and x2, and b equals to 3 and 6, which is x2 and y2. So let's run this code, which is 1.5. So I've learned that, conclusion to this activity, I learned that it's quite challenging to input certain problem which we didn't tackle yet. So I have just researched some free codes from the internet and input given values in this specific problem. It's somewhat of a challenge for us to code from me, and I took some time to isa-isa ang mga problem to understand it fully so that we could input the code correctly in Python. So this is it. See you in the next video. Like and subscribe. Bye. Thank you.